Well guys, back from fishing, out working on the food forest. We've got kind of drought conditions here in Florida, but a lot of the fruit trees are still doing pretty good thanks to putting some water on them. Avocados are already starting to bear some young fruit. The mulberry tree is completely loaded, mulberries. So it's been a bumper crop year for the mulberries. We've actually got this tree that's reproducing 4 or 5 times a year now. So that's pretty good. It's a healthy tree and it likes this spot and it's doing really well. All the young mangoes are taking off. We've got the sweet tart variety already producing a few fruits. I don't let them fruit the first and second year. This is a 3-year-old tree fruiting for the first time. This tree is doing really well, fruiting well. It's going to be a pretty decent year. Star fruit tree is doing well. This is the 3rd year of this mango too, taking off. Bananas are doing pretty well. We got some great bananas last year. We got a couple here that are maturing that ought to be producing soon. But it was a pretty good year last year for the bananas. Got the guava tree. Got a lot of blossoms. It's fruiting. Cherry tree. Avocados. Avocados are coming along. Got some pretty good fruit on them this year. So the peach tree did fairly well this year. We got some great fruit off of it. Still got a few left. Second banana forest produced a lot last year. Got some young bananas. They've done real well at this spot. Key lime tree. Barbados cherry tree. This tree really gets thick, loaded with fruit in the summertime. It does very well. This big tree has been here probably 35 years. It's a mango. I've trimmed it back a little to let some fresh growth take place, and it produces one of the best mangoes I've ever eaten. It's super sweet, but just an old variety. Been here a long time. While the price of eggs went crazy this year, we never worried too much about that because we got our own chickens and get plenty of eggs. It's a pretty simple hobby to get them started and to hold them. But not too terribly difficult for those of you who are thinking about it and think it's difficult. It's not. So that's a quick tour of the garden, guys. Gonna kind of tighten it up, get it ready for summer. As soon as all the rain and mold and mildew starts, a lot of these plants do different things. The non-native plants, non-native fruit do different things. But we're ready for it. So a severe drought right now. We haven't had it this dry in many years. But put a well in on the property. We're pulling groundwater out for watering plants, and that's helped out a lot. Let's go check out the Everglades garden. So we got this year's compost pile set in. The summer will really do the damage to that. When the heat starts and the rain starts, things compost pretty quick here in Florida. It's good to take advantage of that. So pretty good year in the garden. A lot of you who garden, you garden in the spring and the summer. Well, in Florida, we don't have a spring. We have hot and more hot. So you have to make adjustments for that. We don't really have a spring, and most of our gardening is done in the winter, which is contrary to what a lot of other places, at least here in South Florida. So we're wrapping up the garden. We'll be taking what's left of this year's crops out. Want you guys to check this out. This is my Everglades tomato section. Everglades tomato is an heirloom variety. The tomatoes are fairly small, as you see, but they are super tasty. This one's about 12 feet tall. I grow it in here every year, and right now, as you can see, there's literally thousands of tomatoes on it. Now I will mix in that Everglades tomato, a Seminole pumpkin variety or two. You can see this one's producing. And that Seminole pumpkin I'll oftentimes include in too. Peppers did well this year. What's the remnants of what's left of the tomatoes. Blackberries producing this year. And of course the eggplants did well as always. Jalapenos. And the one mangrove tree. Two more of these mangoes. This one's a little different variety. It's just starting to flower now. It flowers a little later than the others. This one's flowered a while ago and is already producing young fruit. Backside of the Everglades tomatoes. You guys living in Florida should really plant some of these Everglades tomatoes. They're not that hard to grow. Oftentimes if you grow enough of them, the birds love them and they'll scatter them. And come next year, you go out, you garden in your yard, and you'll find recruits growing up where the birds have scattered the seeds. I think that's probably the way traditionally that plant spread many, many, many years ago. We've got the key lime tree. Then we've got one of the most important things in the garden, and that's my honeybees. You know, honeybees are suffering all over the United States, various diseases and problems. So every chance you get to help them out a little bit, maybe put a hive or two in your yard. If you have one large enough, it really helps with the plant propagation in lots of different ways, and keeping the honeybee thriving is really important for us as a country as far as agriculture stands. Another large avocado. Now this is an avocado planted from a seed. You can see it's a fairly large tree. It's about as big as I'm going to let it get. It hasn't started producing fruit yet. When you plant them from a seed, it takes much longer to produce fruit, sometimes up to 7 years. This tree right here is 4.5 years old, so it may start producing soon. And of course, the coconuts we're harvesting. It's time to get the coconuts. We'll be harvesting those. We'll be saving some of the coconut water, saving some of the meat. We go on those houseboat trips down to the 10,000 Island, down in the Keys. We bring that fresh coconut with us for making mixed drinks. It's always a nice addition.